Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So there's some really cool things happening with Palantir. Palantir is getting noticed even by Elon Musk, and they have showcased their Palantir AIP system for defense and military, and we're gonna have a look at this and I will give you my commentary on this. But first I want to show you a tweet that is done by no other than Codestrap. This guy is the Sandy Munro of Palantir stock. And if you don't know him, then have you been living under a rock? He, again, is a Palantir shareholder. He was a Palantir YouTuber, and he got a job offer at a consultant firm to help the biggest organizations on the planet implement Palantir in their businesses. So what he is saying is very, very important and profound. So here is his tweet. We are at an incredible moment in history. In 2021, I made the prediction that human-centric software was dead. It just didn't know it yet. As OpenAI faces mounting legal challenges, now with GDPR, it's clear Palantir has the right framework to legally leverage AI to its fullest. So what's very important to understand is that having an AI is just, I don't know, 10% of the challenge. It's not the whole challenge. So this AI has to get data. So for example, if you're trying to use ChatGPT for your company and you write, what is in my warehouse? Do I have 5 cans of blah, blah, blah? Then ChatGPT has no clue because your warehouse data is not available online. And you don't want it to be available online because you want the data to be safe. And as far as I understand, Palantir is the only company that can leverage your data safe, have granular access controls, have ethics and morals on how to use the AI, and do it in a way that you can follow what has happened and what decision was made by who and why. And this is why Palantir is basically, to my knowledge, is the only one that can be safely used by big companies that, you know, in places where you need to be compliant, like hospitals, you know, military, and, you know, big companies. So this is super bullish for the company, but this is not being noticed by Wall Street, right? So then he writes, Alex Karp has often said we build products companies don't yet know they need. He has proven prophetic on many occasions, and this is no exception. I'm personally witnessing this sea change at the world's largest organizations in person. It's profound. Again, keep in mind that this is a guy who's out on the battlefield in person, seeing exactly what is happening with the biggest companies, and he's the one who's saying that Alex Karp was prophetic, that he saw that Palantir needs to build this philosophical framework and, you know, needs to build into the AI software how it needs to be used and who makes the decisions, and, you know, stuff that nobody really thought of. And to be honest, even Palantir investors thought that Alex Karp was crazy for talking about it. And now it's almost prophetic that he saw this problem coming and they already built it into their system. The fact that Palantir is so misunderstood by the market and technologists represents the opportunity of a lifetime. I am proud I seized that opportunity. It's proving to be perhaps the best decision I ever made. So, very bullish indicator. Don't take these words lightly from him. Then second, here is the Palantir stuff that got noticed by Elon Musk. It's a guy who is not a Palantir social media influencer, tweeted about how crazy Palantir's demo is, and Musk answered on it, oh great. Now, I don't know if this is sarcastic or if he's having trouble sleeping again and Tesla is going to miss earnings because Musk cannot sleep because he's so afraid of Palantir AI. This we don't know, the tweet is too short to tell, but I want to show you the video that caused all this. Before we continue, please make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of the new videos, and it would be so nice if we could connect on Twitter, and to do that, make sure you follow me. My ticker symbol is Vince is Bullish, and it's also going to be in the link in the description box below. So let's go.
AIP unleashes the power of large language models and cutting-edge AI for defense and military organizations. LLMs and algorithms must be controlled in this highly regulated and sensitive context to ensure that they are used in a legal and ethical way. AIP's capabilities.
It's so cool how they underline that it's used in a legal and ethical way, and that they are controlling AI. So it's not like they're letting the Terminator loose on the battlefield. So I really like that they address this as the first point.
The use of LLMs and AI possible in the military context through 3 core pillars. First, AIP deploys LLMs and AI across any network, from classified networks to devices on the tactical edge. AIP connects highly sensitive and classified intelligence data to create a real-time representation of your environment. Second, AIP's security features let you define what LLMs and AI can and cannot see, and what they can and cannot do, with safe AI and handoff functions. Third, AIP brings industry-leading guardrails to control, govern, and trust in the AI. As operators and AI take action in platform, AIP generates a secure digital record of operations. These capabilities are crucial for mitigating significant legal, regulatory, and ethical risks posed by LLMs.
Again, they're saying it and stressing it again, very, very important.
And AI in sensitive and classified settings. In this demo, we'll explore how AIP powers responsible, effective, and compliant AI advantage. We start with a military operator responsible for monitoring activity within Eastern Europe. They've just received an alert that military equipment is amassed in a field 30 kilometers from friendly forces. AIP leverages large language models to allow operators to quickly ask questions. Show me more details. They ask what enemy units are in the region and leverage AI to build out a likely unit formation. What enemy military unit is in the region? Our operator requests additional imagery to build a more complete picture of the potential enemy equipment on the ground. Task new imagery for this location at a resolution of 1 meter or higher.
By the way, she doesn't say in the demo that you can see they did get an answer. It's just that they cannot see, and I cannot read what the answer is, but they did ask what military unit is in the region, and then they give the formation and a little bit of answer here.
AIP surfaces the option to deploy a nearby drone to collect video. Task the MQ-9 to capture video of this location.
And again, you have to see that, because when I first watched it, it almost sounded like the person is just telling the AI, like, give me more picture, what's here, I can't see it, give me more picture. But no, the AI is answering, and it's like, okay, if you want pictures, you have choice 1, choice 2. And here she's just answering to the AI, like, take choice number 2.
The footage confirms a potential threat. The drone footage shows an enemy T-80 main battle tank. Generate 3 courses of action to target this enemy equipment. The operator uses AIP to generate 3 possible courses of action to target this enemy equipment. Next, they use AIP to automatically send these options up the chain of command. Send these 3 options to my commander for review. Let's look under the hood. As our operator poses questions, the LLM is traversing a data foundation of real-time information, integrated from across public and classified sources. Data is automatically tagged and protected by classification markings, and AIP enforces which parts of the organization the LLM has access to, while respecting an individual's permissions, role, and need to know. For example,
so the reason why this is mind-blowing, and again, maybe if you first time watch it, it doesn't appear that it's super mind-blowing, but this data, Palantir has already worked this way, right? So all this data that she's showing, like, you were able to do it with the old Gotham, I'm sure of this, right? But the thing is, you needed to have excessive training on Palantir, and you needed to be very smart and kind of like a programmer to be able to get this data out. Now, what has changed is almost any soldier can sit on the battlefield and run this software without coding, and the government doesn't have to worry an inch that the soldier accesses, classified data that they cannot see. And they can just, send the recommendation up on the approval lines who, can get more data. And this is what's mad about it, that this is not it's not anymore that, you know, that you have 10,000 soldiers and you have 3 guys that are trained in Palantir that is running everything and you have to keep in touch with them. No, it's like out of the 10,000 guys, 10,000 guys can use this and make real-time decisions. And that is very scary if you're the enemy. Like, I don't even know how you can fight this.
The LLM shown cannot access soldier health data by policy. Every response from AIP retains links back to the underlying data records, propagating the correct classifications as well as enabling transparency for the user, who can investigate as necessary. This functionality is critical and essential to responsible use of LLMs and AI in military contexts. Our commander must now assess the 3 possible courses of action generated by AIP to neutralize the buildup of enemy equipment. The system highlights key information for each course of action to assist decision-making, such as the time required and status of supplies. Our commander selects a course of action. Approve course of action 3. AIP has established which unit is closest to the enemy tank. Our commander can now begin to develop an operational plan for Team Omega. First, the commander uses AIP to assess the battlefield. Analyze the battlefield considering a striker vehicle and a platoon-sized unit. An automated terrain analysis model processes all existing geospatial intelligence to understand unit maneuverability. From here, AIP suggests the optimal route based on the unit's composition and the traversability of the terrain. Generate a route from Team Omega to the enemy equipment. Then, our commander validates the unit's supply of the munition needed to engage the enemy equipment. How many Javelin missiles does Team Omega have? Next, our commander wants to disrupt enemy communications. This will allow ground forces to more safely maneuver and help ensure that enemy equipment stays in position. AIP automatically identifies and pairs all of the validated enemy communication nodes with a disruption capability. Assign jammers to each of the validated high-priority communications targets. Targets are paired and ready to execute. Our commander instructs AIP to stand by before sending orders. Finally, our commander uses AIP to summarize and then submit the operational plan for the elected course of action. Summarize the operational plan. Submit. Let's look under the hood again. Many of these steps required a deep understanding of military doctrine, logistics, and battle dynamics. AIP is interoperable with existing and future capabilities and connects LLMs with trusted military and national security models, including computer vision, advanced position and navigation, effects pairing, and simulation, while accommodating standard military decision-making procedures. AIP secures handoff between these models, including models deployed at the edge, while respecting model access controls. This empowers military organizations to use LLMs and other models in concert to enable reasoning through different scenarios and courses of action, safely and at scale. An electronic warfare specialist initiates the jamming operation. Initiate jamming operation. AIP confirms the jamming order has been initiated. With enemy communication disrupted, our ground forces are cleared to move into position and destroy the enemy equipment. Let's look under the hood one last time to better understand how AIP was able to safely support this time-sensitive military operation. In the AIP control panel, organizations set the guardrails for models, including how the model interacts with classification markings, as well as which actions, tasks, and workflows the AI is trusted to recommend or carry out. They can also define protective safety and quality controls around model inputs and outputs. A detailed activity monitor captures all prompts, responses, and decisions, seamlessly mapping AI-driven actions back to the data that powered them. This was imperative for the safe and ethical use of LLMs and AI for our operation.
This was fucking nuts. I mean, if China and Russia doesn't shit their bed after seeing this video, because you realize before it was that the battlefield it was like 3, 4, I don't know, 5, 10 guys that were reacting to the battlefield real time. But now if the army uses Palantir, the whole army literally is able to react to the slightest motion of the enemy in real time using, you know, AI simulated versions of what is the best planned attack with supplies. And I don't know how you even fight against this. It's nuts. So that is crazy. And I can't wait for the earnings call, because I think that it's going to come some very cool news out of Palantir. And to be honest, the fact that the stock price is not moving is a blessing. If you want to load up, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, I believe. Not advancement advice, that's just based on my research. So thank you so much for watching this video. I want to connect with you on Twitter, so hit me up at Vince is Bullish. It's going to be in the link in the description box below. And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.